Greed is good.
Greed is good.
Greed makes you do great things.
Greed makes you do great things.
Greed loves old people.
Greed loves old people.
Gold coins and love.
Gold coins and puppies.
It will get you everything.
It'll get you everything.
Even if you have to pile drive your enemy to do
Even
so.
if you have to pile drive your enemies to do so.
Get ready for some real greed. Rated E for everyone.
Play that sax. Give it to me. You better play that sax. Okay. Yeah. You better play that sax.
So, back on the 27th of February, Nintendo dropped its first Direct. And you know, I won't lie, I wasn't too impressed by it. I do like me some side-scrollers. I grew up on beat-em-ups, on puzzle-solving games, on platform games back in my old days of the SNES, but nothing there got me too excited. Nothing really, got my jimmies a-ruffling. That is, until the second Direct came out for the Switch 2. And oh boy, my eyes were glued to the screen immediately as the actual Direct started going. I mean, we saw a new Mario Kart, freaking a new Hyrule Warriors, Kirby Air Riders? Kirby Air Riders!
Now that's a name I've not heard in a long time.
It's been 20 years since the last one was released! Are you kidding me with this? For me, also personally, the Switch is getting its own exclusive Soulsborne game. Oh my god. It's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. Then, just to fuck with us, The Peace, Chef's Kiss, a game I was not expecting. I wasn't expecting a lot, but still, a game I just was not expecting.
Here we go.
Monkey.
Woo! My boy DK is back! And not just an extra to Mario game. I'm talking a whole new title, which is long overdue. This IP hasn't had a new game since Tropical Freeze back during the Wii U. The game did get a Switch version later, but I don't traditionally count remakes unless it's like an overhaul. A game that has like new mechanics, new graphical updates, extended gameplay. A great example of these would be the Dead Space remake and RE2 remake. Aside from a few oddities here and there, the Direct did its job. It got gamers excited for the Switch 2 release, which was set to be in June. So soon! I thought Christmas had come early. Then Nintendo decided to take the people's excitement and just squash it flat, like hydraulic press. Strap in, boys and girls, because this one's quite a doozy. Now, before I continue with how Nintendo might have ruined their console before it's even launched, I'd like to take this time to ask you all if you could subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell on the side, smash the like button. If you have any feedback or suggestions on any future videos, leave a comment down below, please. I appreciate it so much, and it's always a warm welcome to see you guys comment on my videos. But anyways, let's get back to the video. So this story is going to have quite a bit of ups and downs throughout my coverage. We can start with the overall reaction towards the Switch 2 Direct. Loads of reacting gaming YouTubers and Nintendo channels jumped for joy during the stream. The Direct focused on, say, 40% of its time on the Switch 2 new features, changes and improvements from the original Switch, and its hardware. Some of these include a wider screen, the new mouse feature for the Joy-Cons, and a microphone that's been added into the system so you can now communicate with friends online. I'm gonna touch on briefly, the mic being placed inside the system is nothing new. The original DS and 3DS had microphones embedded in the system. The mic feature mostly worked for games like Nintendogs, so this way when you voiced an actual command, or things like sit, lay down, all that, the dog would actually listen to you, which worked well enough. However, the main reason why they added in this new feature was to coincide with another one, a groundbreaking new feature called Game Chat.
It's genius. Why didn't I think of that?
Now you too can call Now you too can be called the F-star by a 9-year-old while playing Mario Kart.
Watch your profanity.
The only other notable thing that's coming along with the Switch 2 is that they'll be selling a separate webcam that can attach to the Switch 2 via the port on top. This way you can actually have video chats with your friends while playing games. They've essentially made just a shitty laptop but with the Nintendo brand stuck on there. Yeah, so when I was watching the actual Direct and I saw these features be shown, well, I wasn't really too impressed. I was left with more questions than answers. At this moment in time, all I can do is speculate from why they decided to go with these features rather than just go along with their traditional console. But that's a conversation for another day if I ever actually want to go in depth with the actual console and some of the newer things like the mouse controls for the actual Joy-Cons. But regardless of how I feel, the views and likes didn't lie. People were absolutely thrilled for the console's release. That is up until the Switch 2 website updated and the price of the console was shown.
What? What the fuck?
Híjole! I was expecting the damn thing to cost around, I don't know, $3.99 at most? I clearly see Nintendo took the original concept of the Switch and improved upon it. It's definitely more powerful than its predecessor. We can just take a look at the specs. The resolution can go up to 1080p versus the Switch 1's 720. Switch 2 has 120Hz versus the 60 from the original one. The Switch 2 also supports 4K and has a much larger storage space. With all the new features and of course the upgrades to the console, I slowly accepted the price of it. But then, it was shown that Nintendo was charging more for its games as well. What the actual fuck, Nintendo? $80 for a digital copy, and then $90 for the physical copy. Sadly, that still wasn't the end of Nintendo's rampant price hiking. During the Direct, Nintendo showed you'll be able to experience older Switch games like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, and Kirby Forgotten Land on the Switch 2, with all new updated versions, higher resolutions, better frame rate, faster load times. Sounds pretty good, right? Right? Oh, it would be great if it were that easy. First, you need to have Nintendo Online, as well as having the expansion pass. Then, if you own the Switch copy, you'll be able to upgrade it for a small $10 fee. However, that does not include the DLCs and any other downloadable content you would have already pre-purchased. Oh, but wait, we're coming off of the assumption that you already bought this game when it came out or a little bit time after. If you don't own the game and you didn't want to originally, but you want to get it for the Switch 2, you can. You can buy it at a low cost of $70 to $80 depending on the game.
Why are you the way that you are?
Nintendo, come on. Breath of the Wild has been out for nearly a decade. Kirby has been out for like 3 years. Why are you charging people full price for your older games? I know Skyrim's been released on like several thousand different platforms and consoles and what have you, but at least they had the courtesy to give you the DLCs with every new release.
I'm defending you, Bethesda. Fuck you!
It doesn't just work.
Needless to say, gamers were not happy with what Nintendo were currently doing. People were voicing their frustrations over on X, on the actual Direct videos themselves, and on the live streams. Nintendo had both a Nintendo Treehouse stream the other day, and later held a stream for Mario Kart World to show off the gameplay. Which, if you would actually see the chat, you'd see viewers spamming it with saying lower the price, over and over again till they disabled chat. I'm genuinely surprised they thought leaving up chat was a good idea. Like, actually, what the fuck were you expecting? People to just blindly be okay with the cost? Sure, you have superfans and individuals with the cash flow to burn who are always going to be the first to pre-order and purchase these products, but the average Joe wasn't gonna take this kindly.
Don't ask questions, just consume product and then get excited for next product.
After all that's been done, people have been raising a big stink towards Nintendo, voicing their opinions everywhere, like I said, and now they're officially boycotting all the actual products coming from it, and trying to push this more and more. Hell, YouTubers are getting involved as well. However, in my general opinion, I don't know how much it will matter. At least not until the damn thing is out on the shelves. We can all safely assume that those with the money to actually burn on this are gonna pre-order it. Journalists are probably gonna get early editions as well, so this way they can review and talk about the games. YouTubers whose job it is down on the big Nintendo channels are gonna get it too, and of course hardcore Nintendo fans. No, what's really gonna show to me whether or not this boycott works or not is if whenever the next shipment comes after the first pre-orders, nothing. No one buys any of those consoles, they just shit up on the shelves, gathering dust. Nintendo might actually break a sweat if that happens. Look at the Wii U, that was considered a cash grab as well. The original Wii sold gangbusters. That thing flew off the shelves instantly. When the Wii U came out, nothing. Crickets, chirps, dust everywhere. They couldn't give these things away. It was generally a product no one wanted.
How tragic.
But I will say that if not for the Wii U, I don't know if we would have actually gotten the schematics or the idea for the Switch. So there was something going for it at least. All in all, I hope people stick to their guns on this one. Lord knows I don't trust petitions or boycotts to do much of anything. All I know is that the Switch 1 is most likely going to be my last Nintendo system. Unless I'm able to get the Switch 2 at a much cheaper, like $100 cheaper. Cheap enough that I can actually justify purchasing it. I already wait months, hell years, after games release to go buy them. Wait for them to go on sale. Because I don't have much faith in the actual game industry to produce a solid product anymore. Aside from a few studios that I like, me, much like others in the gaming culture, will never pay full price for any game again. The game industry has done a number on its credibility to the point where I see people cheering the downfall of the whole industry. It kind of saddens me that people are out there hoping for it to collapse. But that's why I'd say it's not all bad. There are some great titles out there developed by people who truly love to craft and create these games. Steam is full of them. There are plenty of indie titles and AA games that are produced every day on Steam that I think are well worth the money they're actually charging for. Take a shot. People still do early access, betas, and demos on Steam. Retro gaming has become a bigger thing too. People have been wanting to purchase old cartridges for the Super Nintendo, the N64, old PlayStation 1, 2, and 3 games because people are now drawing from their nostalgia and wanting to play games that they remember fondly, not just in actual scope of mechanics or story, but actual functionality. Sadly enough, that's driving up the market in actual used games now, but that's a story for another day. Alright, I'll leave it there for now. Hope you guys have enjoyed my video. Please leave a comment down below. If you like what you saw and heard, please like the video, subscribe for more content, and hit the notification bell. It means a lot that you guys have engaged with my content, and I thank you all. I appreciate you so much. Have a great morning, have a wonderful afternoon, a blessed evening, and a good night. Bye!